The way society functions now seems pretty obvious. We love our digital devices, continuous connection to the internet, and scrolling away our day. But sometimes we are reminded that the world is changing and changing fast, like with the ban and then not ban of TikTok. TikTok is owned by a Chinese company, and that raised alarms about its capabilities actually years ago. Yet, because online creators use the app to earn income, the original decision to ban the app on national security grounds has been put on hold to allow time to come up with a plan to keep the app turned on. So, does the TikTok flip flop mean that online creators are being taken seriously and the income they generate from what was once considered a hobby is actually an important part of the economy that governments must recognize and understand? Looks like it. So, let's do a quick refresher. In January 2025, an app most famous for videos of dancing grandmas, food concoctions, and teenage pranksters received a 75-day reprieve from a total ban in the United States. The app's home country is China, and the fear is that the Chinese government will use the data generated by the app's use to jeopardize the security of the United States. The decision to go from national security fears to compromise delay in 12 hours generated many questions, but behind the scenes highlighted a new recognition about the United States economy. Digital creators have a real economic impact that should not be disrupted, even if there are some concerns. Now, that's a huge revelation. The federal government has decided not to enforce the law banning TikTok until at least April 2025. And one of the reasons is clearly the creator economy and the thousands of people who earn a living online. TikTok spent millions on an advertising campaign that showed creators talking about how they use the app for valuable purposes. That action and thousands of people, many who depend on the income, eventually forced the government to take notice and reassess the TikTok ban. The goal evolved to having TikTok become bought by a US owner, or maybe even the US government, so that it could keep going. Finding a way to keep the income flowing became the priority. When a manufacturing factory is destined to close, sources know exactly how many people will be laid off, the value of their salaries to the local economy, and the economic loss. But that was not the case with TikTok. Although the company states there are around 5 million businesses using the app, the IRS and government statistics agencies do not yet track the number of people who specifically state that they are earning their income on TikTok. But the slow brewing recognition of creators pushing back against the ban was enough for the government to decide that rescuing TikTok was a better idea than letting it go. This is extraordinary and points to another transformation of understanding our digital age. The creator economy, tech tools like apps, and revenue sources like digital advertising are fast moving, ever evolving, and so far difficult to classify. Government is slow, boring, and set in its ways. The decision to save TikTok was not made on numbers analysis, it was made on social media influence. The list of legitimate reasons to ban TikTok definitely reads like the threat list from a future tech spy thriller. Yet influence was still able to change the government's mind, and another crack opened up in the once predictable fabric of our structured lives. And a new world understanding opened up for aspiring entrepreneurs. Creators used their platform to save their income. While mainstream media talked about the proposed ban, creators were not seen being interviewed on the Sunday morning news programs to defend their incomes. In fact, most of the popular creators are wealthy and known for reasons mainstream media does not really understand. Yet creators do provide niche entertainment for millions who have individual tastes and interests, and that has changed the making and implementation of legislation, probably irrevocably. Going forward and looking beyond TikTok, the role of social media influencers will continue to grow. The current legal reprieve should also not be considered a win if the same law or others like it continue to be passed. And TikTok also might not survive if it is bought by owners who current consumers reject. But social media influence itself is not going anywhere. Within any app available, influencers will continue to cultivate those targeted dollars and be comfortable supporting their lifestyle with self generated content, leaving government with little choice but to ensure legislation promotes, not disrupts, the revenue stream. The TikTok flip flop is ultimately saying that the government recognizes there is a creator economy, and the creator economy allows thousands of people to earn their own income online. These influencers are strong and have a platform they can use. And and it is not in the overall economy's best interest to shut them down. If you are an aspiring entrepreneur who has been sitting on the fence about starting your own online business, the TikTok flip flop should be your wake up call. The online economy, the creator economy, it's real. Money is being made, and even the government wants to support it. The door's open to anyone who will take the time to get the work done. And the way forward is loaded with a new recognition of the impact you have and the opportunity you create by being on the side of the creators. So, are we still absorbing the rise of the iPhone and the omnipresence of the internet like it was just started? No. Is the transformation from the industrial to the digital age on a fast track driven by AI and now the establishment of the creator economy? Yes. We don't know what will eventually happen with TikTok or any social media platform, but we do know that the online opportunity is real. And if you are watching it happen, it's time to jump in and get started.